Hello, beautiful souls. It's your girl Rabia and welcome back to Rabia Unfolded. Hope you guys are doing amazing today. Today, we're making a truly comforting meal. Creamy mashed potatoes. It's rich, buttery, and so satisfying. So sit back, watch along, and let's unfold this delicious dish together. For the mashed potatoes, I'm going to be using some potatoes, of course, 4 tablespoons unsalted butter, half a cup heavy cream, 2 cloves of garlic, salt to taste, black pepper to taste, and 1 tablespoon of sour cream. This sour cream is optional because it makes it extra creamy, and I just love it. So you can feel free to leave the sour cream out of it. Then I'm also going to be using some fresh chopped parsley for garnish. Now to the next step, which is prepping my potatoes for the creamy mashed potatoes. With the help of a vegetable peeler, I'm going to take my time and peel off the skin from my potatoes, making sure I take off those black dots or any black spots that are on the potatoes. And once my potatoes have been peeled off completely, I'm going to give them a good rinse. Run them through cold water so they're nice and clean. So here I have my pot already set aside ready for the potatoes. So as I wash them, I slice them to my desired sizes and put them in the pot. Feel free to wash your potatoes completely, slice them apart before putting them in the pot. I just wanted to make things easier for myself here, that's why I brought my pot closer, but you must not follow the step the way it is. So the process is wash your potatoes, slice them, and put them in a pot. You can just go ahead and wash your potatoes, slice them, and put them in a pot. So now that my potatoes are sitting nicely in the pot, I'll just go ahead and add in a pinch of salt to taste. Then I add in just enough water to fill the bottom of the pot and put my potatoes on the stove to cook at medium to low heat until it's fully ready and soft. So while my potatoes are boiling and my salmon is air frying, in a small saucepan, I'm going to make the cream for the mashed potatoes. Okay, so I'll go ahead and melt the butter over low heat. Make sure you're using low heat. You don't want to over melt it, right? Then I'll crush in my garlic into the pot and let it sit for 30 seconds or just until it's fragrant. Now, I'll go ahead and pour in my heavy cream and warm it up slightly. This helps keep the potatoes creamy and smooth when you're mixing it together. Then, I go ahead and sprinkle in a little bit of my ground black pepper and my ground white pepper just for that extra flavor. I give it a good stir, and once everything is fully mixed, I set it aside and let it cool. Don't forget to check up on your potatoes to see how they're doing there. Okay, potatoes are looking good. Now, let's check up on the potatoes one last time. I see everything is nice and fully cooked, and so the potatoes are ready to be mashed. At this point, if you still have some extra water in it, please make sure you drain off the water and put back the potatoes in the pot. But for mine here, the water is nice and fully drained. And just being extra cautious, I always like to use another pot to mash my potatoes, just because this pot I'm using might have some burns underneath, and I don't want those burns to mix with my mashed potatoes, right? So I like to scoop it out and put it in a nice clean pot before I go ahead and mash them. So I poured out my creamy mixture from the pot and put it in a different bowl. Then I use this pot to mash my potatoes. One tip, guys, so I can be able to get that extra smooth mashed potatoes, the one that you see in the restaurants, that the restaurants give you, and you're wondering how they managed to come about this, here's a simple trick for you. You can use a potatoes ricer or a fine meshed sieve to press the potatoes before mixing. So I go ahead, scoop out bits of my potatoes from the pot, put them in my sieve, and then press them with my scapula. That way they can pass through and give me that smooth texture that I'm looking for. If your potatoes are fully ready and soft, then this process is going to be just so easy. Look at that, guys. See how I'm pressing it and it's giving me that very smooth texture that we're going for. Trust me, if you do this, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to find any lumps in your mashed potatoes. You're going to have that smooth finish that will make it look so luxurious and so delicious. You know what we're going for, right? Yeah. Take your time here. Mash it through the sieve completely, and once everything is nice and done, then you can start adding in your cream. I remember once I went to a restaurant and I ate some mashed potatoes that were so nice. They were so velvety and lump free, and they just melt freely in my mouth. And I was like, oh my, how did these people manage to get this mashed potatoes so good? Now I know the trick. Trust me, you won't regret this trick. Go ahead and try it. Okay, now that my potatoes are fully mashed and lump free, you can see from the look and the texture, it's all smooth, trust me. I'm gonna gradually pour in my butter garlic cream mixture. Add my sour cream depending on how sour you want it to be or how creamy you want it to be. Remember I said the sour cream is optional, right? So you can choose to omit this part. But just to give it that extra creaminess, I add in my sour cream and give it a good mix. So guys, if you notice that the mashed potato is still too thick, go ahead and add in more of your butter garlic cream mixture and give it a good mix, depending on how you want your mashed potatoes to be. Some people like it to be at the thicker end and other people like it to be at the lighter end. So yeah, feel free, whatever consistency that works for you, you do you. Okay, let's just pause for a minute and admire these mashed potatoes. Just look at how nice and creamy it looks. Lump free and velvety. For extra moisture and softness, you can pour in some vegetable oil in it and give it that good mix so it mixes smoothly and you will love the texture. However you want, you do you. So yeah, I noticed that my mashed potatoes are at the thicker end, so I went ahead and added more of my butter garlic cream mixture and gave it that good mix again. Guys, to tell you that this is the best mashed potatoes you will ever make, I will not be bragging, guys. That will be a fact. See how nice and creamy it looks. So yummy. Okay, so now my mashed potatoes look so nice, so velvety and so lump free and just the perfect consistency that I envisaged. Thank you so much for staying along with me throughout this recipe. You have no idea how much this means to me. I really do appreciate it. And to my returning subscribers, hello again. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate your support and help. If you're new here, what are you still waiting for? Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, that way you don't miss any of my weekly cozy recipes. And yes, beautiful souls, if you really enjoyed watching this video, please go ahead and like the video, share it to someone you think might be interested in trying something new. And until next time, keep being you, keep trying new stuff, and remember, life is too short to be wasted. Cheers.